Welcome. In this video, we're going to do an unboxing and component overview of BARDSUNG, Legend of the Ancient Forge, published by Steamforged Games. So down at the table, this is a huge box, a dungeon crawler for 1 to 4 players. We'll flip this over if I can here. Taking a look at the back, showing all the miniatures in this. So we've got 68 highly detailed miniatures, 32 different enemy models, a big demon over here, 5 unique heroes that we can see here, over 900 cards, full set of RPG dice, and 20 dungeon tiles. So in this game, in a world where being sung of by bards is a mark of a true hero, you begin with a single tile, a destination, and the desire to become song-worthy. What unfolds is a labyrinthine dungeon of your creation, filled with dangerous enemies, wandering monsters, challenging combat, puzzles, and valuable treasure. So let's go ahead and take a look inside this huge box. So peeling off the lid here. So inspire the songs, live your legend, become BARDSUNG. And on the back of this is a tile reference sheet, kind of showing how each of the tiles breaks up into sections. And we've got a key for zones, spawn points, portals, and a secret passage. Then we've got a bunch of tiles here to look at. All right, we've got 5 boards here. So we've got some different map tiles and different tokens. Of course, everything's going to be dual-sided. And we'll go ahead and pop one of these out. Well, before that, so looks like a little bit thinner than what I consider to be your typical tile thickness, but I mean, it's still sturdy tiles there. Bright art, and you can kind of see the different sections there. So a lot more tiles and tokens. And the back side, sheet 2, then our third sheet. More places to be. More tokens for +3s on most of our stats. And sheet 4. Looks like we've got some chests in there and traps maybe. Larger tiles, some more poison tokens it looks like. Broken bones, that's never good. And the back side. And our 5th board. And flipping over. All right, so they have some trays in here for our characters. So once we punch out all our tokens, I'm sure they're going to have a nice spot to go. And looking through here, looks like we've got like 5 character trays. So popping that off so we can put all our character stuff together. And then our heroes and some minis, and I'll break all those out after we take everything out of the box. So another tray full of minis. And then in this one, looks like we've got some wings and a bunch of cards to look at. And down here looks like our player board. And this player board is huge, so once I get this off the table, I'll break this out to look at it. It's dual-sided. Then inside here, we have our rule book. So 43 pages with a summary in the back, boss encounters. See in the front, table of contents. Going over all of our components, cards, tokens, terrain, and other elements. The getting started guide, combat tutorial, going over heroes, initiative cards, and the marching order. Going over the details of our enemies. And an exploration tutorial. So a couple tutorials on how to do certain things. Advanced hero rules, the end phase, maintenance phase, boss encounters, and a summary. And this is a campaign book, so here's the adventure book, and that is thick, full of adventure for sure. So 179 pages. Looks like 31 chapters potentially to go through. I'm just going to flip through this real quick. So different campaigns. Looks like a choose your own adventure style campaign. And then our different scenarios will go through with maps, special rules. Very nice graphic design. And a table of contents coming into that. And a rules section for setting up. A reputation track, scaling for the number of heroes. Nodes, chapters, and so forth. Then we have a lot more minis and a ton of extra cards to look at. So I've got the player board out here. It's about 33 inches by 33 inches, so bigger than what's going to really work on my table for me. But apparently it's going to hold your cards and give you a spot for your player mat. So this is one side. And then the other side of the board. So here we'll take a look at most of the cards. I'm not going to go through them all because some are going to be story bound and I don't want to do too many spoilers here. So we have a second win card. Then we have a open this end first. So when we go through our tutorials, think this is what it's doing. So we're going to get our initiative cards for our 5 characters and then our main cards. So we're getting a look at that. And then these are dual-sided. So they got the Light Weaver here, Night Feather, Stone Heart. These are just our characters, Wild Shell. And then we get into an enemy, a Brigand. And then stop here if you're playing the combat tutorial, and then it's going to take you to exploration attack, I'm assuming. And then some more fighters. So these things are going to get you through the tutorials in the game. And then in the little cards, there's an open this end first. That's going to get us our skills. Most of these are dual-sided, so I'll just go through them real quick. So we've got a Guiding Strike, Steadfast. So just going through our skills for our different characters. And then some equipment. And looks like some damaged cards. Dazed, Bloodied, Hobbled, and so forth. Demoralized. Ferocious. And then stop here if you're playing the combat tutorial. And this will take you to the next tutorial. And then the backs. So you get damage. Get back to our skills. Curse, Poltergeist, Backswing, Taunt, Magic Blast, Steadfast, and the Strike. Then over here we've got a few more items. Arcane Focus. And over on this side, and a whole bunch more skills. And like I said, there's a ton of cards in this game, so just go through this quickly. Since it's just an unboxing to see most of the components, not so much to go through each individual card. Definitely going to keep you busy for a while. So that's one side of these cards. Now the other side. So just different symbology and text on them for different characters. And these are narrative cards. I'm sure they're going to be spoilers, so just not going to show the other side of those. Then we have the rest of our wound stacks, in case you want to see what kind of more damage you can get. Broken Spirit, Twisted Ankle, Paranoid, Festering Wounds, and Confused. Then some more behavior cards. Devouring, Reform, Berserk, and Opportunistic. And Squire cards. You get a Sage, Mystic, Conjurer, Prophet, Chronicler, Shield Bearer, bodyguard and apprentice. And so the other side was level 2. This is going to be level 1. And a bunch of treasure cards, because what's a dungeon crawl without treasure? Green herbs, not the best treasure, of course. Mysterious coin, some blue herbs, elixir, discarded purse, supply cache, some liquor, helm of temptation, ruby, now we're getting serious. Ruby clusters, sapphires, and opals, diamonds. Now into some runes. Then we get into dungeon room tiles, which is just going to let us know which tile to go hunting for. So just some nice art on here. And another stack. Looks like those are going to come out with runes and treasure and different things on them. Then we've got some boss cards. Some of these are dual-sided, so I'll start on this side and go through them and then come back through. Reaver Captain, Crimson Hook, some ogres, some demons, a little bit of hellfire, undead, rush, soul eater, culling, belching, squall, so quite a few things for us to find in this thing. And I guess their meaner side. Squalling, more belching, rampaging, clashing out. And then our regular enemy cards. The Butcher, Tame Spider, the Reaver, Little Miner, Sniper, Executioner, so pretty good art, graphic design, and definitely a lot of variability in here. Club Smash, Poltergeist, and just looking on these cards, it'll let you know the ones that have stuff on the back, but it's easier to go through this way. Reaper, Lava Cube, and Etten. A Bloat Rat. Some possessed people, water elements, cave rats, drowned shade, earth elementals, arcanist, sniper, reaver, and a tame spider. Then over here, this is a big stack of battle cards, so just different conditions it's going to come out. And then this big stack is aspect cards. Just random things to come out. And now we'll start looking at some minis, starting with the Greater Demon. This thing has a little bit of weight to it, so you can check out the detail on that. Of course, he's got a spot for wings, and those wings were hiding in a different area, but they're going to slide right on in there to have a winged beast. And the rest of our monsters, really not sure what any of these are, but we'll take a look at them. This thing's got some spiders coming out of its body. That's not going to be good for us. And down here, well, someone riding a spider. And that's a hungry little beast. And I've seen that in a movie somewhere. looks like a gelatinous cube. And there's 3 of these brutes. So I got 2 more over there. Got a creature breaking out of some chains. And some archers. Looks like we've got 3 of those. And this guy looks like a boss. Pointing to see where people need to go. And that looks like boss on the charge. And a spider. So it's an Etten or something, 2-headed monster. Nasty ogre. And whatever that thing is. All right, another enemy. The Rat King, I guess. And the last one in this group, Mushroom Man. And the rest of our minis will go with our heroes. So this looks like Night Feather. And then Light Weaver. And moving on to Stoneheart. And Wild Shell. And Dawn Guard. Then we have 6 of the Brigand here. So just take a look at one of those. Then 3 Raiders. And this looks like a solo guy. We got 2 of them here. These are Reavers. And I think this is the Butcher. And these 2 look to be the same. 2 Brutes. Pretty hefty sword. And in our bottom row, we have 4 Elementals. And then the Crone. And 4 of the Shadows. And then 4 Miners in these 4 spots. And then these 4 are Executioners. Looks like we've got 3 Snipers. And 2 Arcanists. And 4 Kingsguard. And then lastly, the King. So that is a quick look at everything in BARDSUNG, Legend of the Ancient Forge. As always, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.